What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys, on the channel. In today's video I am going to be talking about 3 games, guys. And yes, guys, you guys must be wondering, Brett, why on earth are you talking about 3 games where you usually talk about 1 game each video? Well, as you guys probably may have saw on my Instagram, I was away in Dubai for 10 days, and yes, guys, I've only just got the chance to do it now when I've got back in Malaysia. And yes, guys, as you can see, we're back on the grind, guys. No messing about. We are now going to be talking about 3 games in 1 video, guys. I've never done this before on my channel before. But anyway, guys, nevertheless, let's just dive in straight into today's video. No messing about. First game we're going to be talking about is Manchester United versus Liverpool. We made 4 changes from our last game against Fulham. As you can see on your screen right now, on the right hand side, you will see the starting 11. Talking about now a little bit more of the game. The first half, Lingard had like one of the best chances of the game from Lukaku's pass, but fails to take it round Alisson and finishes it. This was a huge opportunity for Manchester United to go and steal the 3 points from Liverpool. You would know what the score is by now. Obviously, that was 0-0. Talking about a little bit more about the game. First half, I think we had substitutions, we had injuries, and as you can see in the title, we've got injury crisis now. We've got too many players injured, the likes of Martial, Sanchez, Darmian, Valencia. We've got too many at the minute. We've got Lingard. We've got too many. We're literally running out of attacking options at the minute, and we've had to look to go into the academy players now. That's how bad it's getting now. We're really struggling now, but obviously you guys are probably going to be saying, like, you know, Brett, why is this happening to all of our players? It's because Ollie turned around to the doctor and said, you know, it's because of, you know, the intensity's changed and the players are not used to this intensity, because when they were with Jose Mourinho, they were more laid back, they were going more defensive. So the players weren't really getting injured as much. The reason why we've got all these injuries right now is because the players are not used to this intensity where they're going attacking football. So this is why our players are getting injured now, the likes of Herrera as well, Matic as well. We're really struggling, Matteo. So many players that we've got injured at the minute, but it's just one of these things where, you know, it's going to take time for our injuries to come back. But I will leave you can check the description box of when all the players are going to be back, hopefully. It's just one of these things, you know. So really, the first half killed it with 3 substitutions that we had to make because of injury. Matteo went off, Herrera went off, Lingard went off, and who replaced them? It was Herrera and Sanchez. But Lingard had to go off. Sanchez had to come on for him. So one of these things with injuries at the minute. But, you know, talking about a little bit more about the game. First half, it was open for both teams. There was not much in it. It was going end to end. United got close, Liverpool got close, but both teams just didn't get close enough. I think both teams defended really well. Like everyone was saying, you know, I think this was down to who defended better, and I think both teams defended well. Second half, again, there was just not much in it. I think both Liverpool and Manchester United were expecting to put on a better performance, but Smalling had a great opportunity to seal it at the end. A resilient second half performance secured the point. I think everyone's going to be asking me, you know, Brett, are you happy to take a point away from that game? To be fair, I think it was a fair game, because if you think about it, both teams defended really well. There was not much in it. People were criticising the game, saying how boring it was. I don't think it was that boring. It was just because when you expect 2 rivals to go up against each other at Old Trafford, Manchester United needed to probably get back Liverpool after getting beat 3-1 at the Anfield. The thing is, I'd take a point, because think about it, Liverpool have gone, that's 2 points drops, because they know that, you know, that feels like a loss to them. I wouldn't say it's more for a win for us, but, you know, you have to shake on it. Well, it's not a positive result, but you have to think about, okay, it's a fair result because we both defended well. There was not much in it. It went end to end. Liverpool got close, United got close. But the thing is, I was saying to my dad, we're either going to see 1 goal or no goals, really. And at the end of the day, it turned out to be no goals. There's a big question here that I've written down on my iPad. Has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer taken a major step forward in sealing the full-time job? I don't think he has yet. I think the 1 game that will probably solve everything to get him the full-time job will be if we go and beat City at home. If we go and beat City at home, I think Ollie has taken a major step forward of sealing that full-time job. Ollie reckons that he's only going to be at the club for a couple of months. He knows that the fans are saying that we need him as a full-time manager. He wants to probably go back to Norway because all of his family and friends are back there. But I think at the end of the day, when you need someone, Ollie, who understands the club, who's changed the club, changed the mood in the club, changed the mood in the dressing room, lifted the confidence back in the players, and to go and trust and believe in his players to go out there and to win football matches, to go and walk away with clean sheets now. It's what you want. I don't see why not Ollie needs the full-time job, because he is doing that right now for Manchester United. This was a game we got a little bit unfortunate. If we would have saw that one goal, I think Manchester United probably deserved it more, because Liverpool were absolutely shocking in that second half. They were absolutely awful. Shaw had Salah in his pocket, and I would pretty much say Ashley Young had Mane in his pocket as well. So they were shite, Liverpool. They couldn't even put anything on target. But at least, we tried to create chances, but just nothing was going in the net, and we lacked on the end product. If we got at the end of the ball, we would have won the game. And also, if we had no injuries as well, we would have won the game. Liverpool know that as well. So talking about the substitutions, Herrera went off for Herrera, talking about Herrera's performance. Typically busy and pressed Liverpool aggressively until he had to come off injured in 21 minutes. Matteo went off for Lingard, talking about Matteo's performance. Showed Shaw how it's done with the challenge on Mohamed Salah at left back. That ended a breakaway and his afternoon, for he was forced off. All you could hear was just the commentators going, Matteo's got a problem, Lingard's got a problem, Herrera's got a problem. You're thinking, what's going on? Have our players even warmed up properly or something? Lingard went off for Sanchez, talk about Lingard's performance. Not 100% fit. Squandered a great chance and had to be replaced 18 minutes after coming on. Too much asked for. They were saying that apparently Lingard ticked all the boxes. The thing is, with Lingard, he probably knew himself that he had to be fit for this game so he could help the team out as well. All is protecting Martial now, because he knows he made a mistake with Lingard, so that's why he's being more protective with Martial. You got to think about it. When someone's injured, you don't bring them on, do you? You can have them on the bench and let them watch the match, but you really wouldn't play them, even if he probably might have ticked all the boxes off, but he's still not 100% fit. He was probably 65% fit, something like that. And he couldn't even play 90 minutes anyway, so the most that he could play would be at least... The thing is, he couldn't even get through the first half, and he was down injured again. Now, moving on to the next game. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. We made 3 changes from the last game against Liverpool. As you can see on your screen right now, on the right-hand side, the starting 11 will be on your screen. This was a game more like it. I wouldn't say we needed to bounce back, but we probably needed to get back to winning ways. As you guys know, that the result ended 3-1 for Manchester United. This is the thing, Crystal Palace have got a lot of quality in their players. They've got Batshuayi, Benteke, they've got Wilfried Zaha, they've got some great players in there. They've got Milivojevic, they've got some outstanding players. They've got a lot of quality in the team. So I think everyone knew straight away they were going to score a goal. Last time round they scored 2 goals. But this time round they scored a goal, but we could see that they were going to score, and they got the goal at the end of the day. I'm so pleased that Kaku's got his shooting boots back on. He's starting to score goals now. I'm so pleased for the guy, because he was having that spell where he wasn't getting the service, he was playing poorly, he had to lose muscle. He's gone through a lot since after that World Cup. Talking about a little bit more about the game, this was a game where we had to be switched on. I think where we had to be physically and mentally prepared for this one. We had to be solid and organised at the back. The midfield was brilliant as well, with Fred coming on as well. This game was fantastic. The first half, Luke Shaw's pass gave Lukaku his first goal after 9 games. Happy that he's got back on the score sheet. Just had to hope that we could seal off the game in the second half. The second half, Lukaku's second goal notched it up to 111 Premier League goals. So I'm chuffed for him, I'm chuffed for him that he's back on the score sheet once again. Ashley Young then finished off a slick team move to seal the 3 points. Solskjaer's unbeaten run extends to 14 games. Pleased and happy with the result at the end of the day. Crystal Palace are a great team to come up against, but we were switched on and we got the job done at the end of the day. Talking about the goals, first goal, great run by Shaw, passed it to Lukaku and Lukaku puts it away for 1-0, fantastic. Second goal, great corner by Young, Smalling heads it to Lindelof. Lindelof heads it to Lukaku and Lukaku puts it in for 2-0. Third goal, Lukaku passed it to Pogba. Pogba sees Young in space. Young controls it and puts it away for 3-1. This game was fantastic. It was just what you wanted. There was a lot of fight, a lot of character. The attitude was great. Playing attackive, getting on the front foot. We played with a lot of aggression in the game, so it's just what you want out of the players as well. We did fantastically well. Sanchez went off for Rashford. Talk about Sanchez's performance. Whenever he received the ball, he almost always ceded possession. He had to be told where to move by Solskjaer. Just looked shot at the highest level. Dalot went off for Bailey. Talk about Dalot's performance. Like Shaw on the other flank ensured United had an outlet out wide and got into good crossing positions and crossed brilliantly for Pogba. I don't know what this thinking is about Dalot playing more high up the pitch, but whatever this tactic is, it's bloody working with Dalot playing more high up the pitch as well. Fred went off for Garner. Talk about Fred's performance. Overplayed Hollywood passes, underhit simple passes, barged off the ball by James McArthur and debrated by De Gea in the first half. Enjoyed a more positive second half. That's what I'm saying. He played better in the second half. Moving on to the last and final game. Manchester United went and played Southampton back at home. We made 2 changes from the last game against Crystal Palace. Once again, and for the final time, you will see the starting 11 on the right hand side of your screen. This game was a game where we had to show a lot of fight, a lot of passion, a lot of pride, a lot of character. The attitude was great. I wouldn't say our defence was solid and organised because we did concede 2 stupid goals. Southampton are a team, they've got some great players once again, but they're a team that, they'll put on a real good fight. But as you could see in this game, they treated it as if it was their FA Cup final against Manchester United. You clearly could show that by the scoreline because it ended 3-2 in the end to Manchester United. But I'm buzzing that we walked away with the 3 points. But I think everyone was walking out of that stadium saying, if we had Mourinho, we would have lost that game. And I totally agree because it would have been more laid back. But the first half was a little bit frustrating for us because we couldn't take any of our chances. We probably should have scored at least 1. Southampton's right back Valerie scored a beamer from outside the box and just no one was closing him down. And then we needed to see an improvement in the second half. The second half was 100 times better. Romelu Lukaku got the last winner. He's on a roll. He's scored 4 goals now in 2 games. Thank God Lukaku's got his shooting boots back on, Southampton scored 2 goals from long range. We managed 1 beamer from Andreas Herrera. Pogba missed a penalty. Backing up on that, Herrera deserves a goal. He's been playing fantastically well. I've loved this kid now because he may have done a few errors previously, but he deserves it now. The work rate from him and the game management from him has been absolutely fantastic over the last couple of weeks as well. And I'm happy that he deserves a goal. Pogba had a shite game, no wonder why he missed the penalty. So that's why he missed the penalty. But Lukaku should have scored it because he was going on for a hat-trick. Lukaku should have taken it really and he wouldn't have missed. Like I said previously, we showed character. We had to dig deep and that's what we did. We got everything out of the final third. We put our chances away. First goal, Dalot passed it to Lukaku. Lukaku passed it back to Dalot. Dalot sets up Herrera. Herrera has space and time and smashes it in for 1-1. I was buzzing, Great goal. This would have been a great game at Old Trafford as well and a good entertaining game as well. Second goal, Pogba passed it to Shaw. Shaw passed it to Herrera. Herrera passed it to Lukaku. Lukaku puts it away for 2-1, nice and composed. That's what I'm saying. Herrera's now getting in the mix as well. Third goal, Shaw passed it to Fred. Fred passed it to Lukaku. Lukaku turns and puts it in for 3-2. Just what you want. Lovely job, Lee. Got the 3 points. We just took control of the game and just no mistakes happened near to the end of the game and that was it. Sanchez went off for Dalot. Talk about Sanchez's performance. Had a Roman role and did absolutely nothing to enhance the United attack. Showed plenty of effort, but he is a poor tribute to Carlos Tevez. Came off injured. There you go. Injury crisis. He's probably going to be out now for 6 to 8 weeks now. He's got a damaged knee ligament now. Herrera went off for Fred. Talk about Pereira's performance. Provided the odd inviting cross in attacking, but lost possession on countless occasions in the first half. Rallied with a magnificent goal. Rashford went off for Chong. So pleased that Chong got another opportunity as well. Talk about Rashford's performance. Resembled the right winger of the Jose Mourinho era. ran the ball into touch and ran down blind alleys until he was moved up front. That concludes this whole video, guys. Next up, we have got Arsenal. It's going to be one tough game against Arsenal. I think Arsenal's confidence has really gone down because they know that they should have beat Tottenham, and they had a penalty as well to win the game. You should have seen on AFTV, you should have seen Troopsy's face, DT's face, Claude's face. All their faces just dropped once Robbie asked the first question, and they knew that they should have beat Tottenham. Their confidence is going to play on their minds, but the thing is they've got to have to take that on the chin now, and they have to move on. So Arsenal will be thinking, oh shit, yeah, United have got injury crisis now. And all their best players are probably going to be out, except for Pogba coming back in as well. Hopefully we've got Martial. If not, we're going to really struggle. But I don't think we will. Over those last 3 games, we've probably played okay. But in 2 games, we've got 6 points. So really, in the last 3 games, we've got 7 points. Arsenal, they know that they've dropped 2 points against Tottenham. We've only dropped 2 points as well, So it's going to be another tight game against Arsenal. They'll probably want to get revenge back on us after the FA Cup. Is it going to be repeat or revenge? I don't know. Hopefully we're going to repeat again. I think Ollie's just going to have to go with a team that he can trust and believe in, just to really believe in his players to go out there and just to get the job done, really. Ollie's unbeaten in the Premier League since he's walked in. I don't blame Ollie. You know, his tactics have been paying off. His game plan's been paying off. I don't know what the thinking is behind Dalot playing more high up the pitch, but if we see him up there, he's going to be a threat as well. If we get Rashford and Lukaku on their shooting boots, and hopefully we've got Martial back as well for some help as well, and obviously then we've got some attacking threat there as well. So Arsenal will like to probably get back on us, but we've got to be mentally and physically prepared for this one. If we are, we'll definitely win the game. It's just all about that work rate, and if we get the game management, fantastic, we'll win this game again. Arsenal, great players. We know who the players are. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Iwobi, Guendouzi. Torreira's going to be out now. I'm happy about that. He's got a 3-match ban. We've got to be careful. Merzel might come into the team. Ramsey as well. So it's going to be tough, but I think we should get the job done. Arsenal think that they're probably going to get a top 4, but it's all about being consistent now, from now to the end of the season. If we putting in some really good performances, we'll definitely get the top 4. I just don't think Arsenal are favourites to get top 4. I think it's going to finish City, Liverpool, Spurs and United, so I just don't think Arsenal have got a chance. I think there'll be a game or 2 in there that they'll probably fuck up. So hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you're new. See you guys in the video in the next couple of days, and peace.